he was.
Yeah, technically. So, anyways, I want to get out of the bugs.
Yeah, okay, let's get out of the bugs. We don't want to eat them, and we don't want them to eat us.
Just the last little thing. The SNL, the day SNL died,
Oh, yes,
according to
yes,
Rob
yes.
Schneider. This is going to be super quick. I'm sorry our lighting is gone because I got to like point down the phone, but he basically said comedian Rob
turn
Schneider,
your flashlight off just so that it's not in the shot.
Oh, yeah. He basically said Kate McKinnon singing Hallelujah as Hillary Clinton killed SNL, and it's not going to come back. Like, SNL died a long time ago. I was never a big fan, but it's a meme at this point that SNL is bad. But pretty much she impersonated Hillary Clinton in 2016 for her SNL role, and when the first episode after the 2016 election, she parodied Clinton by playing piano and singing Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah during the show's cold opening. And there was literally no joke. It was just like...
She didn't change any of the lyrics.
Yeah.
She literally sang Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah while she played piano. That is all she did while she wore a Hillary Clinton costume.
And this is the Rob Schneider quote. "I hate to crap on my old show. I literally prayed, please have a joke at the end. Don't do this, please don't go down there. And there was no joke at the end. And I went, it's over, it's not going to come back."
When I first heard that quote, I was like, okay, whatever. Classic Rob Schneider doing his thing, right?
Apparently he's like a mega Trumper.
Because he's like extreme MAGA.
Yeah.
But then you actually forced me to watch the whole clip.
Yeah.
Every agonizing second.
Long. It's 3 minutes long.
And I can only imagine being at home watching this on TV and just going, what? Yes. Like, I cannot believe that they did this.
If you didn't buy into the Hillary cult,
even if you did,
what's
the fucking justification for that? It's ridiculous.
I was like halfway in the Hillary cult. I was like a Bernie bro who was still like, well, I guess Hillary's better than Trump. And I watched that and I was like, what? This makes no sense. It doesn't compute. What are they doing with this, So, it's just what could possess them to think that's a good idea. Comedy,
It has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Like, what does Leonard Cohen have to do with Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
He's from Montreal.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I guess the idea is
If you had a clip of Justin Trudeau doing that would make a little bit more sense because he actually has a riding in Montreal.
True.
It would still be stupid and unnecessary and pointless, but at least there would be some angle.
And there's no joke.
Some connection, something.
Yeah, they could have changed the lyrics. They could have done funny faces. I don't know. Literally, she played it straight. But she's dressed as Hillary, so I guess that's a joke, but it's not a joke. It wasn't. It's like, it's the same issue, because I know the meme is to kind of, for right-wing people to dunk on Hannah Gadsby, like the Nanette thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then for left-wing people to dunk on Dave Chappelle, right? Because of like the trans jokes. But literally, I think Hannah Gadsby and Chappelle are two sides of the same coin of the problem that we have in comedy. And I'm not a comedy expert, but Hannah Gadsby, for those who don't know, like
she's the like intentionally unfunny.
Yeah, it's kind of her telling anecdotes about her life and telling people to, be woke and stuff or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
More preaching. Yeah,
well,
definitely
it's
more
preaching. Of a one-man show than a comedy act.
Yeah. And it's sort of like a one-man monologue, and similar with Dave Chappelle. At least his recent specials. I haven't seen the past two ones.
I haven't seen all of them, yeah. But I saw a couple of them.
Even the ones from before the beginning of the trans thing, it wasn't really ha-ha funny. It was
more self-referential,
yeah,
kind of.
And, like, it's cool that people are experimenting in the format like that, but, like, when are we going to just get back to jokes that didn't come with either loaded politics on either side or just anecdotes and statements that are like giving a speech instead of making a joke?
Yeah.
Like, when did comedians become so unfunny on either side of the political spectrum?
When did comedians spend more time trying to get us to sign up to vote than make us laugh?
Yeah.
Because whenever that moment was where that turned over, that's the problem.
Exactly. Like the heyday of Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock. Like, if you went back in time to like the 90s version of them, Bernie Mac, if you resurrected him, you know what I mean? they'd be like, what is this bullshit? You know what I mean?
Dude, even you can even go like Cat Williams for me is like the last comic still standing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't seen any of his super recent stuff. But you know, he got big around 05 to 2010 kind of thing. That was his peak window.
Yeah.
How many comedians actually make you laugh these days? Like, when you see a new comedy special on Netflix, are you ever like, oh, I'll check this out? Because I just turn off immediately. I just don't want to watch any stand-up anymore.
Pete Davidson is arguably the most famous comic. I guess the most famous SNL cast member, surely, and it's like, I just never understood the appeal. Not just because I'm a biased Kanye fan, but you know what I mean? It's like, the guy has a Hillary Clinton tattoo.
But is Pete Davidson funny?
No!
He's just a weird mutant alien-looking guy.
I've seen one funny sketch with him. This is from like 2018 or 2017. They're making fun of like SoundCloud rappers. It's actually kind of funny.
Okay.
I
can see there being some material there.
But other than that, I just think as a person, he's not funny.
I mean, honestly, the Dan Crenshaw joke wasn't that bad. It was kind of funny.
I need to see.
Remember he said Dan Crenshaw looked like a hitman in a porno?
Okay, yeah,
the eye patch congressman.
Yeah, no, that's pretty
like
good.
it was, you know.
But then he said, even before the Kim and Kanye thing, when Kanye was going mega, he was like, you know, I'm bipolar too, but I actually take my meds or something like that. Like, you know, something a very low kind of blow kind of thing that wasn't even that funny, you know. So, anyways, what do you think? Do you think we are kind of circling back to? We'll ever get out of this unfunny era? I get like SNL is done because cable television is done in general, but I guess it's the internet. Honestly, no. I think the internet's replacing this because there's several memes and like pages I follow on Instagram that are way funnier than anything I've ever seen on SNL. So I think that's just the future of humor. It's just niche internet.
No, it's a big part of humor is spontaneity. And, you know, you're just going to have so much more ability to experience that, you know, on some site, even some crappy site like Reddit or something.
Literally, I see better political commentary. I see better political satire on the Playboy Cardi subreddit. Literally.
Wow.
That's my go-to for political satire.
Wow.
I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even bullshitting. Way better political satire on a bunch of subreddits.
King Cardi strikes again.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just ridiculous. Or even like the should I expose my meme plug? All I'm gonna say is go follow Grand Wizard Chat Nigga. The best page, the best political satire in the game. It is just insane, man, that this one guy making memes somewhere in his basement is doing the job of these people who are literally paid millions much better.
Oh,
you know
my God. Well, like, okay, if you think SNL is bad, let's talk about Colbert. More accurately, let's not talk about Colbert because it's just depressing.
I forgot Colbert existed for a second.
Colbert is literally worse. He's literally more partisan than an actual Democratic politician.
Colbert is so bad, he makes Trevor Noah actually look kind of big.
He makes Trevor Noah look like Richard Pryor.
Yeah. And he's actually, I feel like, I'm even being serious. People like Trevor Noah and Jimmy Fallon, and like this whole post-Trump kind of late night comedy era, I respect Jimmy Fallon a lot more. I'll watch a Jimmy Fallon kind of bit, and they don't talk about politics. They just look at like dumb jokes, and they gotta sing in funny voices and shit, like play games. Because he got heat over the whole ruffling Trump's hair.
Oh, okay.
And then I think at that point he pivoted super hard to not dealing with politics in general. Like he'll make some jokes.
Because okay, the thing about Jimmy Fallon, I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Fallon, but he's a talented guy. He can sing, he can dance, he can act. One of the most talented. He can impersonate.
In the business,
He's probably the most talented guy on late night TV.
But Colbert overtook him in the Trump era. Because
Colbert was the most efficient, like, fucking DNC to comedy pipeline, like, 100%. Just direct fucking mainline that shit into your veins.
Yeah, Fallon was king for years until Trump and Colbert happened to, like, you know, jump in when Trump came along, and it was just all over. But I respect Fallon for kind of sticking to what he knows, you know?
Yeah.
And similar with that other guy, James Corden.
Yeah. Because again, I
want to hate it because everyone on the internet everyone hates James Corden for some reason, and I'm like, I guess I'm supposed to hate this guy, but like, it's a good concept for a show.
Carpool karaoke?
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically just a continuation of that Jerry Seinfeld show,
Yeah.
right?
Like
Comedians
fucking-
in cars getting coffee.
The last
or
one I
whatever.
watched was like Nicki Minaj. It was solid.
That honestly sounds like it would be a fun episode.
Solid, man. Fucking Adele rapping, that clip of like Adele rapping the Monsterverse.
Oh, really?
Classic, yes. And she knows every word. Classic. Michelle Obama rapping with Missy Elliott.
Wow.
Like, classic shit. Kanye, for Jesus is King, went on a plane. So he got like a private jet, he rented like a 747 with his Sunday service choir, and they sang Jesus Walks.
Wow.
With a full choir on a plane.
On a plane.
Like, recorded, and even his regular interviews, it's like, it's chill. Like, politics doesn't have to be in everything.
Yeah.
And the thing I said about Trevor Noah, we're going way over. It's so dark now. I apologize. But like, the thing I appreciate about Trevor Noah, and like we talked about this with our friend Mal, who's from South Africa. So apparently, according to her, they ride for him. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
And like, I have friends who, you know, read his book and stuff. The whole Born a Crime, because
Somebody gave me his book, but I never got around to reading it. Because honestly, every time I picked it up, I was just like, late night TV.
the issue is he's in the wrong. We were saying to our friend Mal that I think he was in the wrong kind of profession. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he's not like a comedian, but I feel like in the political field, he should be a commentator. Like, I'll see
Yeah,
clips,
you're right.
I'll see clips of Trevor Noah where he'll say like an interesting point, and it's funny, but it's not funny because it's funny. It's funny because he's actually making a good point. Like, the good point is the hook, not the fact that it's funny. You know what I mean? If he, like, say he
So
ran...
he actually should put politics first. He should just be honest about it.
Exactly. If he was
Okay.
If he was host of CNN's Reliable Sources, except for Stelter, who happened to be canceled, thank God, recently.
Jesus, man.
I used to watch that show religiously, unironically. One of the darkest timelines of my life. Every Sunday, I'd watch, what's that Sunday show? You know the Sunday talk shows?
Crossfire?
Not Crossfire. There was Question Period on CTV, but the American one was, oh my goodness, it's gonna block
See,
me.
I'm
sorry,
struggling because I
guys.
never really watched that much cable growing up, to be honest.
Sunday talk show America. I think it was on CBS.
I think I know what you're talking about too, and now I can't.
Oh,
think of it.
Fareed Zakaria GPS is another one I'd watch. Fox News Sunday, no, what was it? Reliable Student.
Meet the Press?
Meet the Press, yes. Thank you. That's CBS, yeah. So CBS and Meet the Press. So yeah, I'd watch my Sunday cable news diet was Meet the Press, CNN's Reliable Sources, and then Fareed Zakaria GPS would come on after. Do you remember Fareed Zakaria?
Like, barely.
Yeah, he was actually kind of interesting. He had some interesting things. It was more like global, international news. So, like, it wasn't that bad, at least back then in, like, 2013. It was before the WEF, New
Right.
World Order, became mask off, kind of.
Yeah.
So, if you're interested...
Back when they at least pretended, you know.
Yeah. And then there was Meet the Press. And in Canada, they had CTV Question Period.
Right.
So, anyways, diatribe aside, Trevor Noah would be a lot better hosting Meet the Press, honestly.
Yes, I agree.
Like,
I agree completely.
If they got him to host that show, they'd revitalize it. You know what I mean? Like, he would be perfect for that kind of form. Sort of like what Bill Maher is doing, honestly.
Yeah, so
He's
I'm
a better
not
Bill
following
Maher.
that very closely. I'm following it from a distance, but Bill Maher is kind of seemingly towing that line into being a legitimate moderate, you know?
Yeah, it depends. Some things he's just supremely, like, cucked and, like,
Well, he's
but-
kind of like Joe Manchin.
Yeah.
He's a Manchin cinema-like figure in the
Yeah.
American media landscape.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, I think Trevor Noah, in terms of the political spectrum, I would assume he leans slightly more left than Bill Maher. But he's the type of left that there's still something going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's logical.
I could see Noah being a Warren guy or a
Yeah.
Buttigieg guy.
Exactly. But he can make a logical argument for his case.
Like,
That's the thing.
elite and technocratic, but with a compassionate bent kind
Yeah.
of thing.
And it's not like we want to, like, crap on all left-wing, liberal kind of people.
No, not at
It's
all.
just some people you can have conversations with, and some people you can't. I could not have a conversation with Stephen Colbert, nor would I want to.
Right, but by that same token, could you have a conversation with, traitorous bitch?
No.
You know, like, the thing is, I probably agree with that guy about a lot of stuff, but can I actually find common ground with that guy and, like, change his mind on X or have him change my mind on Y? No, we know where that guy stands. We know where I stand. What exchange can possibly happen there? I don't know. We agree that taxes are too high. Like, great. You know?
Exactly.
We should scrap the carbon tax? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, that's what we're saying. And that's what we want this platform to be. You know, moderation.
Meta angle, I like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Moderation, but not moderation of opinion in the sense that, you have to go to the Aristotelian golden mean, and how dare you have a fringe or extreme opinion about anything. But exactly, being moderate in how we communicate and interact.
So, our communication lines are open, you know what I mean? Do we have an email that people could...
Yeah, contact pennant at gmail.com. And of course, you can reach out to us at pennant.ink, and you can find us at pennant.ink.
Or just leave a comment on this video. You know?
Yeah, drop a comment, say hi, tell us what we should have done better.
Yeah, maybe with the lighting.
Yeah,
maybe
the lighting.
Start recording.
But okay, let's get really meta with it here, just before we wrap it up.
Okay.
I kind of like doing this outdoors thing. Like, obviously,
outdoors is nice.
We gotta time it right with the weather. We gotta time it right with the lighting. We gotta get a location where there isn't too much ambient noise. But I don't know. What do you think?
No, the outdoor thing is nice. Like, not a lot of shows doing this.
Yeah, that's true. We're doing something different.
You know.
Yeah.
So I guess anything else, or I guess we'll wrap up and just follow us. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll give you a nice shot of the horizon.
All right. And seriously, you guys, follow us on Twitter, please.
Yeah.
I'm doing a kind of a poor job getting the follower count up, as you'll be able to see. So any help would be massively appreciated.
You have a good night. Peace out. That was good. The ending was a good one.